It began with a sound that never came. The great bell of Whiskerville's Clocktower was meant to ring at 2:13 p.m., just like it had every day for 100 years. But on this day, it didn't. Instead, the world seemed to pause. Bakery ovens burned their bread. School bells stayed silent. Even the pigeons circling the town square looked confused. Everywhere, clocks had frozen, hands locked at that same curious time. 2:13, the townsfolk whispered. Was it a power outage? A prank? A ghost? But deep in his office, behind a desk stacked with clues and cocoa mugs, OdiePaws opened one eye. He'd heard the silence too, and to a cat detective like OdiePaws, silence was always the loudest clue of all. Mayor Tibbins was not a dog used to surprises. His schedule ran tighter than a teacup lid on Tuesday, but now clocks lined his walls like confused soldiers, each one frozen, each one wrong. The mayor's fur was frazzled, his tie crooked. "Everything's off," he barked. "The train was early. The tea steeped too long. Mrs. Possum's birthday balloons floated up yesterday." OdiePaws sat quietly, eyes narrowing. Pip jotted notes with a tiny pencil. "Tell us what happened at 2:13. The mayor blinked. "I heard a click, a low sort of clunk, then silence, then all the clocks just stopped." Pip adjusted his glasses. OdiePaws stood. They had heard enough. Whatever happened in the tower wasn't just a broken bell. It was a broken moment. The old Whiskerville clock tower stood like a sentry at the edge of the square. Tall, solemn, ancient. Its bricks remembered centuries, and now, for the first time in those long years, it was completely still. No clicks, no ticks, just dust and shadows and the faint scent of oil. OdiePaws climbed the spiraling staircase with practiced grace, his coat catching the golden light like a whisper. Pip followed closely behind, flashlight in paw. The deeper they climbed, the stranger it felt. The gears weren't shattered, nothing had snapped or jammed. It was as if someone had chosen to stop time, not broken it, but paused it, intentionally. And if that was true, then someone, somewhere had a reason for freezing time itself. Pip sniffed the air. "Walnut oil," he muttered, "and fresh fingerprints." His tiny paw pointed to a thick lever, untouched by time, polished clean in a sea of dust. Someone had been here, recently. OdiePaws leaned in. There it was, a faint trail of footprints in the grime. Small, nimble, not heavy. "A squirrel," he said aloud. Pip blinked. Gearsby? The town's reclusive clocksmith? He hadn't been seen in days. But why would Gearsby sneak into the tower and freeze the entire system? Unless he wasn't trying to break the clock, but bend it. Suddenly the air grew colder. Something, or someone, was watching from the rafters. With a metallic flutter, a strange figure burst from the shadows. It was a bird. At least, mostly. Gears of bronze, feathers of tin, jeweled eyes blinking like stars. "Too late! Too late!" she screeched. OdiePaws raised an eyebrow. "Who are you?" "Tickle," the bird chirped. "First invention, keeper of time's tune, listener of clicks." She fluttered up onto a rusted gear. "Gearsby's trying to fix the hour. Fix a mistake. He built a gear, a master gear. It's wrong. It spun everything sideways." Pip stepped forward. "What mistake?" But Tickle just whirred and muttered, "Time bent wrong. The world's not ready to run backward. You have to stop him before the tower forgets how to chime." They found the secret door behind a rusted cog. It swung open with a click, revealing a tiny hidden room glowing with candlelight and invention. Inside sat Gearsby, fur wild, eyes tired, hands trembling. "I didn't mean to stop time," he whispered. "I just wanted one more moment." On the workbench spun a golden gear. Perfect, mesmerizing. "The master gear," Pip said. Gearsby nodded. "It's meant to move time backward. Just a minute, just enough to stop a mistake I made, but it spun too far, froze the whole town." OdiePaws said nothing for a long time. Then he placed a paw on the bench. "You can't erase the past, But maybe we can set the present right. The golden gear on Gearsby's bench pulsed with a light that didn't belong to this century. It shimmered, flickered, each revolution slightly behind the others, like a heartbeat out of rhythm. Pip leaned closer. It's not broken, it's confused. OdiePaws studied the mechanism carefully. The tower's timepieces were built to follow one unified rhythm. Gearsby's master gear, meant to reverse time, had knocked everything out of sync. The tower didn't know whether to tick forward or back. "It's trying to go both ways," OdiePaws whispered. "No wonder the town is stuck." Gearsby nodded, ashamed. "I just wanted to undo one accident. One moment I missed, but I didn't realize time isn't just gears and springs, it's choices, and they move in only one direction." Pip looked at him kindly. "Then let's choose to move forward, together." The tower creaked and groaned as the team sprang into action. Pip raced across the massive gears, weaving between spinning cogs and tightening screws. Gearsby, now focused and steady, adjusted the golden gear's timing, using tiny wrenches shaped like nuts. OdiePaws, perched high above, balanced on a beam and reached for the main control lever, with his tail flicking in concentration. "Now!" shouted Pip. With a heave, OdiePaws yanked the lever, and the tower shuddered. One by one, gears began turning in harmony. The golden cog gave a reluctant whine, then clicked into place. All at once, the room filled with motion and rhythm, the heartbeat of time restored. A low hum rose up the tower shaft. And then, dong! The bell tolled, first once, then again. Across Whiskerville, clocks began to tick. Minute hands jerked, then moved smoothly again. Shopkeepers cheered. Children resumed their games. And up in the tower, three unlikely heroes smiled at each other, just in time. Evening fell softly over Whiskerville, brushing every rooftop with golden light. The clocks were ticking again, but more than that, life was moving forward, one moment at a time. The baker's oven rang on schedule. The school bell chimed just before the homework alarm. Everything was in its proper place. Atop the tower, OdiePaws sipped warm mint cocoa from a ceramic mug shaped like a teacup. Pip dangled his feet over the ledge, swinging gently. "You think Gearsby'll build another time machine?" he asked. OdiePaws smiled faintly, his blue eyes reflecting the amber sky. "I think he'll build something better, something for the present." Pip sighed. "I like being inside time's heart, though. It made me feel like we were part of something bigger." OdiePaws nodded. "We are. Every second we protect, every mystery we solve, it all adds up, tick by tick." Down below, the people of Whiskerville danced, laughed, and lived, completely unaware of how close they'd come to losing their rhythm. And far above, two small silhouettes sat watching the sunset, knowing that time had been saved by a cat, a mouse, and a golden gear.